Okay, April 9th, my first series video. I'm roasting Valley Blue Moon from Captain's Coffee. It's a wet hold bean, which means that it's not a natural, it's not fully washed. What they do is they take the outer shell out and they let the bean dry with the goopy stuff still on it. I have a cold, so excuse me, and my fingers in front of the camera consistently because I'm not good at this, and my dogs bark a lot. So here's the bean. It's pretty dark. Okay, here we go. We're charging. I have set my Artisan to 0 power and 20 on the fan. So here we go. And I remember to change my SV. If you don't remember to change that SV value to 226 and leave it at your charge temp at 186, it's going to stall your roast at the end. As soon as I hit my TP, I will go ahead and boost up my temperature to 80. Bean temp right now is 102. Okay, if you notice that the background is going to remind me to do changes, but my TP happened a little bit before my roast, so I have changed my temperature to 80 degrees. I left my fan speed at 20 and my drum staying at 100. You can see that my bean temp is going up now, and I will do my best to follow this pattern. I switched up my fan speed to 40 just a moment ago. You can see my ROR is going up. It's warning me to set the power back down to 70. I'll show you my beans. They're not even starting to dry just yet. I set my temperature down to 70, keeping my drum speed at 100, fan speed at 40. My ROR is should be starting to go down. I'm approaching my dry end, which usually is about 147. So it's getting close. Artisan is reminding me to set the power at 60. And I do want to steadily decline that ROR. Okay, I'm approaching dry end. Let's check it. Yeah, they smell like they are getting dry. So as I was checking the dryer, I forgot to mark the dry end. So I will correct that. My dry end was approximately 147. If you see, I have my mouse over at 147. And if I right click it, I can reset the dry end at the right point. Okay, currently my beans are approaching like 170 Celsius. My ROR is slowly declining. Might be doing a little bit of a crash, so I probably will try to compensate for that by lowering my temperature 250. See if that's going to do it. Yep, that'll do it. So far this roast is coming along nice. My RR is 13.2%. My beans are getting to be close to starting first crack. First crack will start around 186. Hearing a little pops. Yep, actually, first crack starting at 182. I will mark first crack right now. Now these are Bali Blue Moon, so they can go pretty dark. I think I'll drop them at 210 Celsius. Looks like my roast is coming out pretty good. Alright, looks like I'm ready to drop. I'm at 207. I don't hear any signs of cracking. So it looks like we're at the end of first crack, so here we go. Fan should be kicking on. There we go. Set to automatically kick on once I drop my beans. It's really pretty. I'm going to stop my roast. Okay. And I stopped it at 208. My total time was 10 minutes and 20 seconds. It looks like I dropped it at 3 minutes after first crack. That's a pretty long development time, but these are beans that can handle a darker roast. I got some bumps at the end. It kind of a little bit of drop there, crash. But otherwise, it doesn't look too bad. I'm pretty happy with this roast. We'll see. Okay, so I weighed my beans. And 372. Which is that's a huge loss, 17.5. So those are going to be pretty dark. I went over to notes and entered my roast notes. Sorry, I'm new at this camera, so you're going to see my fingers. There's my roast range and my goal. There's my cupping notes. I'll hit OK. And it'll show it in the window here. 17.5% moisture loss. That's pretty dark. Darker than I normally do, but I think my brother-in-law is going to like this roast. Okay, I removed the background so you can see my roast. You can see some crashes there, a few. But my RR is pretty steady. I probably should have dropped these 5 degrees sooner, but I think they'll be okay. It'll probably taste really chocolatey. Okay, that concludes my roast.